Hi, I'm Chadler the Cyprian from Stuttering Dissolution. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever gone through any kind of speech therapy with no, or even worse, temporary results? Let's face it, if you are a person who suffers from stuttering, it is probably a huge emotional burden on your shoulders. And as you probably tried before, I had gone through almost all kinds of speech therapy programs out there, tried almost all products on stuttering. Physical techniques, mental exercises, devices, you name it. I have tried them all, only to get no or temporary results. So, why do you think that it is the outcome we get in almost all cases? Are we trying to solve a problem which cannot be solved? Or are we keep choosing the wrong speech therapy programs to go through? Or maybe it's just us who cannot make it happen, huh? So in this video, I wanted to list and go through the 10 worst mistakes you should avoid when it comes to benefiting from stuttering therapy. Are you ready? Let's roll. Mistake number 1. Expecting to learn a physical technique which will cure your stutter. I had done this mistake myself for years. Going to any kind of speech therapy program and expecting to learn a physical technique which will cure your stutter the next day simply means losing this game before you even started. Of course, there are physical techniques and other tools which will help you work on your speech to reach your desired outcome, but there is no such magical technique which will cure your stutter immediately. Anybody or any program promising you this is misleading you in the most innocent terms. Mistake number 2. Aiming for complete fluency. We as stutterers want fluency, right? Or at least that is what we think we want. However, one needs to realize that fluency is not the objective. It is a consequence. Fluency will only come as a byproduct. So remember that there are a lot more beneficent ways and aspects to aim for, such as learning effective tools which will give you the confidence to face your fears and expand your comfort zones, rather than aiming for fluency during or after a speech therapy program for the purpose of hiding your stutter. Mistake number 3. Choosing a speech therapy program which focuses solely on physical speech mechanisms. Stuttering needs to be approached holistically. Stuttering is not just a speech problem. It is a system problem, involves the whole person. Your emotions, limiting beliefs, divided intentions, self-image, mentality, fears, confidence, mind and psychological state, and a lot more are all involved when it comes to stuttering. So, all those factors need to be addressed when it comes to overcoming stuttering effectively and permanently. Mistake number 4. Expecting that stuttering is a problem which can be quote-unquote fixed. Stuttering is not a problem which can be fixed. It is a problem which, the way I put it, can be dissolved. I agree that stuttering is a mysterious puzzle, but it is still a puzzle. So if you put the right pieces in the right places on the right time, it can be solved and dissolved. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of living proofs of this. Mistake number 5. Using the learned tools as tricks to hide one's stuttering and giving up on the first block post-therapy. This mistake is somewhat related with the mistakes which we already talked about. If you don't see this problem as something which needs to be fixed to become completely fluent, and you understand that this is a journey which will gradually reach your desired outcome, then you will most probably be able to make this happen for you. Don't focus on not getting blocks. Don't focus on using your fluency tools to hide your stutter. Instead, use your tools, techniques, strategies, etc. to build up the confidence to go out, face your fears, expand your comfort zones, and prove yourself that you can do this. That is the only way to dissolve the baggage we carry as a result of our disfluent speech. Mistake number 6. Focusing on why one cannot overcome stuttering instead of why one should overcome it. I have met and worked with thousands of stutterers and coached easily hundreds of them. There is one thing in common in almost all stutterers, and that is negativity. We, as stutterers, are too much into finding the negative and why we cannot make it, instead of coming up with reasons why we should and we will make it happen. Remember that whether you believe it will happen or not, you are probably right. Mistake number 7. Going through a speech therapy program because that is what your loved ones want for you. It is your speech and it is your life. That is why before anything else you need to take responsibility for your speech and for your life. This is about you, so it needs to be the right time for you. So you need to be ready for the change, for the process. Stuttering is not just a speech block. It is a block in our choices, in our potential, in our dreams. Therefore, overcoming stuttering is not just a change in your speech. It is a change in who you are and who you can become. Mistake number 8. Not understanding the difference between a therapy room and real life situations. I used to think like, why the hell I sound great in the therapy room but stutter severely once I step in the outside world? It was very frustrating because I couldn't explain why the heck this was happening. I was lost in zillion of question marks in my head. The controlled environment is the reason. Since stuttering is not just a physical speech problem and it involves the whole person, once you are alone in the real world situations, those factors take the lead, and that creates the stuttering mindset which causes you to experience speech struggles. Mistake number 9. Expecting a person or a program to solve the problem for you. Of course, you should benefit from the most effective tools and proven strategies on the subject, but don't expect a tool to solve the problem for you. You are the one who will make this happen for you. People who has already done it can only show you the way and give you the best keys to open that door. But you are the one who needs to open that door and walk through it. And the last mistake, mistake number 10. Not being involved in a support group post-therapy. Just like any other skill, reaching a desired level in your speech is a process, and there will be ups and downs throughout this process. Therefore, when you are experiencing one of those downs, you need strong, supportive people around you to understand, support, and lead you to the right direction. You might know what the right direction is, but sometimes we need to be reminded by people who we trust and admire. I had gone through almost all kinds of speech therapy programs out there, tried almost all products on stuttering, but I ended up getting the same result every single time. Me, looking in the mirror in a worse condition than pre-therapy. Another hope gone. Frustration, anger, hopelessness. It is not until I met some amazing people who had been able to overcome stuttering and were more than happy to help me to show me to do the same, to get the results I had been looking for years. So be aware of those mistakes we just talked about. Don't do the mistakes I and thousands of other stutterers had done. Life is too short to learn only from your mistakes. Learn from others' mistakes as well. And I hope this video will help you to be aware and avoid some of those mistakes which almost all stutterers do at some point one way or another. I'm Cesar Disciprian from Stuttering Dissolution. Take care and talk to you soon.